Today we're going to talk about why do I ruin my trains? That and more up next. One quick thing I wanted to hit on before we continue. Obviously, you see I'm not wearing a trains.com t-shirt. Back on January 31st, I was officially no longer an affiliate with trains.com. They parted ways with me and a couple other guys from the affiliate program. Obviously, they're scaling it back going forward. No hard feelings on my end. It was a good 2 years with them. I do appreciate anybody that would have used my code over the last 2 years. And with that being said, the code TJTX will no longer work at their checkout. So going forward, won't be wearing any trains.com t-shirts or anything like that on the channel. So I kind of decided to pull something out of the past that was a little bit of more of a fun thing that me and some guys did. And it is these t-shirts. Obviously they were made back in 2023 and it was kind of more of just a little bit of a joke, kind of represent some of our feelings, and it kind of ties in with the weathering. And it's BCB. We kind of went with some Greek letters on that and try to make it a little bit more interesting. Many of you that know me from Instagram know BCB and what it stands for. So going forward, I'm definitely going to be more going off that inspiration and kind of having more fun with it. Channel's going to be a lot more fun, a lot more honest, and kind of just my opinions on a lot of things. So with that being said, let's dive into this weathering and figure out why am I ruining these trains. Now, many of y'all know that have been watching any of my videos for some time know that I do like to weather my trains. And it is funny, it doesn't matter where I post a photo, Facebook, any of the forums, or on YouTube, or even on Instagram, there's always a comment of, "Why'd you ruin the trains? I would never do that. Trains look pristine. Oh my God, you got graffiti on your cars. That's terrible.
It's very frustrating to look at.
It's vandalism." Who cares? It's model trains. They're my model trains. I do with it as I choose. I mean, you guys like to buy trains that glow in the dark. I like to make mine look real. Everybody does their own thing. But, I mean, I always do also get asked, why? Why do you do it? Well, pretty simply, I do it
because we fucking can.
When you open these engines brand new out of the box, I do like that pristine look. It's really fun opening something new. However, I think I enjoy more making it my own. Anybody can have that pristine, brand new looking engine, which obviously these heritage units will probably stay that way, but they're all fixed pilot, and some of them I had to have I had to locate the pilots to even make them that way. So again, they're a little bit more personalized to me. But like this OLS-9, not only was it a factory 2-rail engine, came with the fixed pilots and everything as such, I weathered it. I put the full sill stripe on it, PTC antenna, a more appropriate snowplow, things that make it mine. And I think it just takes the ability, if you have the ability or the experience and the time invested into it to be able to actually pull something like that off, I think it's worth it in the end to just have it be unique. It's showing off your work and your efforts. I mean, I didn't get the ability to weather things the way I do overnight. I've been doing this for working on 3 years. So I definitely think it's just a lot of hard work, and I'm going to enjoy it and show it off. And I really don't care about all the little goofy comments of, "Oh, you ruined it. There's no resale value." I don't buy it and model my trains to resell. I'm not that guy. I'm enjoying them. Now, occasionally there might be something that I sell that I go, "Meh, I don't really like that anymore." But a lot of that stuff you'll see for a long time. Now, before everybody gets upset, you run the trains the way you want to run them. Let me run mine the way I want to run mine. We'll all be happy. You want to run glow-in-the-dark trains? Fine, so be it. I like running my stuff with KDs and weathered. One of the more important things to me is taking cars and making them look like what they look like in real life. This is more modeling for me. It's not toy trains. I'm not playing on the floor in a circle with fast track. You know, I'm trying to model and emulate something. So like this car here, I took it, weathered it, did the graffiti on it, and I tried to emulate a car that the way it looked like in real life, same road number and everything. And that's what I personally find enjoyment out of. And I think it's really cool. That's the fun thing about this hobby, is you can do whatever you want to do. Now, the one thing I do find kind of funny, over the last 3 years of my journey of weathering and realism, obviously get a lot of hate for it, a lot of heat. Well, I wouldn't say hate, a lot of heat on why you do it and everything like that. And what I find so funny now is some of the bigger guys that have more following than I do, more of a name, are now adapting using KDs and using weathering And a lot of times these are the same people that were throwing a little shade at me for doing it are now doing it. So I guess sometimes when you're the first, you get hated the most. So I kind of want to end things here with why I weather the trains. I do it for my own enjoyment. It's where the hobby has progressed for me. Obviously, I grew up in a family that had post-war Lionel, MPC, and when I came along, it was starting in the MTH era. So swinging pilots and claw electrocouplers was pretty normal. I've taken it a step further into what I enjoy in my own path of the hobby, doing the fixed pilots and the weathering. And I never did this as a popularity thing. I did it more as something that I could share my childhood and memories of the past and what I do with the hobby and documentation of it. And I know my grandparents and a lot of my family really enjoy watching my videos. They enjoy seeing their grandson doing something they enjoy, obviously. And obviously, for me, a lot of it has to do with some of the friendships that come out of this. Tom being probably the guy I talk to the most, become really great friends. Country Bunkers Train, Zach, he's a great friend. Talk to him quite frequently and go down and visit him and run trains. Jay's 2Rail up in Pittsburgh, he's a really good guy I like to hang out with or talk to. Big Train Hawaii out in Hawaii. Eric, he's a real cool guy. Talk to him pretty frequently, and heck, me and him talk about music and guitars and things like that more than we do trains. So really where I'm getting at this is the trains for me were never a popularity contest. It was never a how to make money or get rich or do whatever. The trains thing kind of just fell into my lap. And for me, it's the camaraderie and enjoying something and sharing ideas. I mean, me and Tom talk pretty much daily and go over project ideas or things we were doing. And a lot of times things don't even get posted. It's just things that we do and pass back and forth. Like this Dash 8, this NS-8, 8383. Tom actually has the sister to it. They were bought at the exact same time, both factory 2-rail engines. We both weathered them our own ways, did some detailing work on them, and it's fun when we get to run them together. So that for me is what this is all about. The camaraderie, the fun, a little bit of bantering and jokes, and that's what I'm going to try and embrace a little bit more going forward, is have a little bit more free form. You know, we might do a review here and there when something new comes in, but I don't want this channel to be like all the others where it's, oh, look at this brand new Lionel engine, look at this brand new Lionel rolling stock, or you should buy this, or it's going to fly off the shelf and you're going to be on eBay looking for it later. You know, that's just kind of fear-mongering in kind of a sense. It's like, oh, if you buy it now, you're never going to get it. Everything shows back up. These Dash 8 and Dash 9s, they're 10 years old. They showed up. I bought them on the secondary market for a reasonable price. Don't believe all the hype of if you don't buy it now from Train World, you'll never get it. So just enjoy the hobby. Have fun. Do what you want to do. If you want to hang out on the floor and run your Polar Express in circles, that's what you like to do. I like to weather my track, ballast, and model. That's the fun of the hobby, is there's 400 directions, and don't hate on somebody for what they like to do. So if you see me posting about my weather trains and graffiti and you think it's vandalism, fine.
It looks trashy. It makes the neighborhoods look cheap and ugly.
I will troll you back in the comments. That's all I can say about that. So let's go ahead and fire up some trains and get them running around this layout, and we'll see you on the next video of TJ's Model Trains.